Well, can you send us the link?
We're already live. Huh?
Yeah.
Good evening, viewers. We promised to bring you this program at 8 p.m. But due to unavoidable circumstances, we have adjusted to start early. So bear with us, but nevertheless, we shall proceed. The information will be there. For those who will come 8 p.m., they will still click on the link and find the program and listen to what we had discussed. With me here, I have an aspirant for Embu County, women rep. Alongside her is her peer, so she will introduce herself and the person she has come along with. You are
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Evangeline Mukua Hamilton, born in Embu, schooled in Embu, and I would like to the women rep position in Embu County. Nataka kuingia huko bungeni. Yes.
Karibu sana, and your
Asante.
peer anaweza jintroduce.
Hello. Yes, my name is Lawrence Kariuki, aka Ocampo, ndio wananiita huko town, Embu, and member of Jubilee, and we are the ones now that are carrying on with Jubilee. Now we are in the campaign periods. So actually now we have started, and we have started very well.
Thank you so much. My first question to Evangeline is why women rep? Why not MCA? Why not senator? Why not MP? Why women rep?
I think it's passion for women. You know, women, we are one strong people in the world. So the passion for women, how mother we are, how we give birth, how we make our children grow, how we feed them. It's that passion for women in the community. We go through a lot and we deliver and we are performers. Yes, that's it.
How is it? Ground iko aje? Tulikuwa tunaambiwa ground ni different. How is the ground huko Embu?
Ground ndio tumeanza mambo ya Jubilee. We went a presa 2 weeks ago. Yes. Ground sio mbaya sana. We tunaingia na Jubilee. We know we rebranded Jubilee Party at KICC with E.A.T Uhuru Kenyatta. So today watu wana the Jubilee, unajua ilikuwa ni kama watu wanasema is dead, but naturally Jubilee is not dead. We are going to go. Watu wameanza kuona now the Jubilee Party, the Jubilee slogan, the Jubilee branding. Yeah.
Are you sure of sticking with Jubilee ama nomination ikikuchapa unaruka unaenda independent ama unatafuta chama ingine?
Hapana, niko Jubilee, sitaruka. Nikishindwa nomination nitashikilia mwenye atashinda. Nitashikilia mwenye atashinda. Sitaenda independent. Yes, I'll wait for 2027.
Okay, so I saw somewhere, I think it's on your page, there were, yes. I don't know, there was an opinion poll that was showing you are number 2. There's number 1, someone, Jerry, and then you were number 2 at 20%. Oh. Number 1 was 5%. What are you going to do to advance your chances so that you win the nomination or you become the woman rep of Embu County?
You know, I had not announced whether I'm going to run for the Jubilee Women Rep. I was waiting for something, but I announced it a day before yesterday. That is when I posted on my pages, on my Twitter, and on my Instagram. So I don't know where the poll was done. It has placed me at about 20% thereabouts. So starting yesterday, tumeingia mashinani, we are talking to women, we are talking to the people of Embu, we are giving them our manifestos because hii kazi si yangu, ni watu wa community wameniambia niingie so that we can help each other. Yes.
Okay. So before uanze kufikiria mambo ya politics, how else have you been focusing in terms of helping the society?
Oh, actually, I'm very passionate matters sports, matters youth, and matters women empowerment. Before I was so much into sports, we've done athletics, football. We've taken our youth to the national and outside the country to run. Sometimes back we had a very peculiar case. We had a lady from Embu. She ran at Kasarani, and something went. She was told that she hadn't win. So we had to make sure that me and my team, we had to make sure that amechukuliwa na EK, and we really fought for her. It really went viral on Facebook and on Twitter. Alafu huyo msichana alichukuliwa, she was to represent Kenya now at Commonwealth Games, but she didn't. But she's lucky she joined the army. She's from Embu in Ronyenjes. She's called Gakeni. She's actually the third fastest girl in Kenya. Sahi ako kwa jeshi, anakimbilia jeshi. That is one of my achievements.
Oh, thank you. I've seen one of the viewers. I think Njiru Mwaura comes from maybe Embu. I don't know. He's saying,
Yes.
let me share this comment here so that you can see what I'm saying.
Yes.
Wekesa, tell Evangeline
I can see it.
from Embu, ask her, what is her difference with the Titima? She is
Titima
so
is our
fair.
women rep.
We haven't seen a strong woman rep. So anauliza, what are you bringing on the table? So maybe are you better than the one you have? Huh? why you?
I believe in myself.
Use any language, English, Kiswahili. This is you can mix both.
Tuseme, na I know najiamini sana, so nafikiria nikipata hii kiti ya women rep, I'll really touch the heart of many girls. Actually, in better science, we have the FGM, which is very rampant over there. So tutafundisha wasichana huko. We need that thing iishe kabisa kabisa kabisa. We will engage with the community, with the elderly, with the young ladies wenye wanaenda through FGM. Hiyo kitu tuimalize on the lower side of Embu. And we really need to empower our women. Saa zingine unakaanga unasikia what ladies go through, what they go through before they get jobs, wanapelekwa hivi na hivi. So ladies should be empowered, wasikuwe intimidated na wanaume ama na hii. Wakipata tu empowerment kidogo, wanajiamini, and we will be able to help the girl child wa Embu and Kenya at large. Yes.
Okay, I think the next question is okay, tell her, it's a comment, tell her I'm a Jubilee supporter and we can help if she needs us. We just want strong people. So ground watu wako, I think there are, okay, let me put it this way, there are Jubilee supporters maybe who had been affected wakati walisema Jubilee imekufa. Now that they are seeing red activation, they need someone to assure them that they are in Jubilee. Now, together they can win the elections.
Yes, Jubilee
Ama
has
uko
never
tu
died.
hapo wakati inafika unatoroka?
Hapana. I will bring every...
You are political broker. Kuna wale
Am I?
wanauzanga ticket.
Hapana.
Political broker. Simama
No.
wakati ikifika anauza.
Hapana. Let me answer that. I'll bring everybody on board. Jubilee has never died, and the president was very categorical last week at KICC. He's saying that Jubilee Jakufa. Those people who are saying Jubilee is dead, Jubilee is working, is constructing roads, Jubilee is inafanya kazi Kenya. So mwenye anasema Jubilee imekufa, you wonder Jubilee imekufa anje. So Jubilee is not dead, Jubilee has just rebranded. Tuko na the dove tumeachana na hiyo kushikana mikono, so we have the bird, the dove. That is our brand. Yes.
Okay, have you done the red activation? Nimeona ikifanyika kila mahali, sijaona Embu.
Hey,
Umefanya?
Embu, you should check online. Embu we started yesterday. We have a governor, Emilio Kadhulu, who is running with Jubilee Party. So the whole of yesterday we've painted Embu red. If you can check on my social media accounts, utaona ni red tu Jubilee pekee. Yes.
So, are you running? I have seen people employ different strategies. They run as a team. Maybe you have someone running as a governor, another one running as MCA, another one running as MP. So you coalesce around to one team. Are you using the team strategy or individual power?
No, I would say it is individual power. We've not reached that point as yet in Embu. So yesterday the Jubilee governor aspirant Emilio Kadhuli amezunguka Embu, amepaint Embu red. Then me, I'm there. So it's like we are doing. It's not a teamwork per se for the aspirant, but we have aspirant tunajuana sisi wenyewe kwa wenyewe, tunangoja tu nomination. Governor ndo governor amejitolea mmoja pekee.
Wakikupatia unataka direct nomination ama ung'ang'ane na watu?
Nitang'ang'ana na watu watu ni kujuana na kupelekana kwa debe.
Kuna watu kadhaa kwa Jubilee ama wengi wako UDA kwa women
Jubilee,
position?
Kuna watu hapana. Women rep kuna mmoja wa Manyata, kuna mwingine wa Mbere South na mimi. Those are the ones and the current women rep Jane Wanjoki on Jubilee ticket.
Do you think Jubilee will favor her? Ama round hii unaona itakuwa fair play?
No. Hii round unakumbuka at KICC we had new leaders. So our secretary general is Jeremiah Kioni. We have Kanini Kiaga as the nini for elections. Hakuna favoritism. Hiyo nomination itapelekwa vizuri. It will be fair, free and fair.
Okay, I think you have answered my next question. I wanted to ask you what is your opinion on the new leadership of Jubilee? Uko sawa nayo?
Niko sawa, tuko sawa kabisa. The leadership iko sawa kabisa. Hatuna shinda na leadership wa Jubilee. Starting with our party leader Uhuru Kenyatta.
Okay. The greatest challenge for new entrants, and most of the time people don't have financial muscle. Not all. Kuna wale wanakuanga. So how are you planning to finance your companies?
That is correct. And us as youths and women of Kenya, you can see that the Jubilee Party has favored us. The price for the registration for the nomination iko chini than the men and the elder women. Rais ametukatia hiyo pesa, like the women rep we are paying 100, youth women rep we are paying 100,000 and the youth MCAs they are paying 25,000. Yani pesa imekatwa. So how to finance ourselves? Like me, I've talked to my closest friends and family and they are ready to support me. Actually wao ndio wameniambia niingie hii kiti ya siasa. They are really yearning for my leadership. I didn't know whether I would at any time ningesimama kiti ya siasa. Actually I was very afraid but through their effort wameniambia niingie, sitashindwa na watanishikilia. Friends and family.
Kwa hivyo wewe ni project ya family kama
Hapana.
Jubilee na vile wanasema Raila ni project ya Uhuru.
Hapana, ninajiamini but kuna ile unasikia unaambiwa na marafiki fanya hii, so unapata nguvu inakuwa doubled. Si project hii. Hii ni project nimejiamini.
Wameona leadership yako, so wameona wa kusupport.
Wameona some leadership skills, wakaniambia ingia kwa kiwanja na mimi nimejiamini nikaingia.
So
yes.
Are you prepared for disappointments? Unaweza ingia na ukute vitu ground ni different. You thought, unajua watu wanaweza kuambia in our culture we are told that wakati unataka kukua circumcised, kila mtu anakuambia enda. Ile circumcision wanakuja, wanasimama kando na wanakuambia wewe unaingia, you face the knife alone. So are you prepared for the disappointment? Wale wanaanza kukusimia wakiona the campaigns are not going the way they thought.
Yes.
So how do you handle that?
I believe I can and I believe I will. I believe I can and I believe I will. Nimejiamini kabisa. As a woman of Embu and a daughter of Embu. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes it's people who give a testimony of, and I've seen you have built people around you. That's why you have not walked alone. Lawrence.
Hello.
Yeah, so campaign here, madam, for 1 minute. How do you know her, and will she deliver?
You know, delivery is it's all about teamwork. For example, if you look at what happens with the current women rep, when she came the last 3 months the campaign, ndiye akaanza kufanya akanini ditima, akapewa hiyo tikiti ya Jubilee, and that's how she took the seat, by the way. But immediately after getting into that seat, the people who are close to him, the campaign managers who were there, he threw them.
I think network ya Lawrence imehang. Lawrence. Okay. Akirudi tutaacha endelee.
Sawa.
Yeah, so competition nyinyi na bottom up mnaendelea aje? Naona huko kwenu.
Sasa hiyo I believe that hiyo tutapelekana leo kabisa hii Embu. Tutapelekana kabisa na the women aspirants wa Embu wao wa UDA. Atutishiki, sitishiki actually.
Okay, how do you view Uhuru's role in this 2022 election? Do people still believe he is their leader ama amaliza ende? Tulikuwa tunasikia mnakisema amaliza ende.
Hapana, actually mimi sisemi hivyo. You know, is our leader, is our spokesperson, is our son of the mountain. So wherever is directing us, and I believe that Uhuru hatataka kutuacha pahali pambaya, atatuacha. Unaona, mtoto wako unafanya kazi ili uache inheritance, watoto wako wasome vizuri, wasisumbuke. Whatever goes on maybe, kama hatuko, watoto wetu wataendelea na maisha yao vizuri. Hivyo sasa ndivyo Uhuru Kenyatta anafanya, anataka aache Kenya na watoto wa Kenya wakiwa kwa mikono mizuri. I believe in his leadership skills. I believe that president wants the best for the country. Yes. And he categorically said on Saturday at KICC, ninataka kuacha kwa mikono mizuri, nisiache mkiwa kwa mikono mibaya, maybe the country ita collapse economically. I believe in him. Yes.
How bad is this name Raila Odinga?
No,
I hear some people in the mountain cannot mention that name.
No. Hiyo jina ni tamu sana. Ukisikia jina Raila, you are even empowered na unapata nguvu. I don't know why people think the way you want to think. Raila is a good name. Raila is a good person. If you talk one on one with him, uache zile unasikianga watu wakisema. Utasikia huyo mzee, he has the country at his heart, and wisdom and intelligent. Na si wale watu wa kujipiga kifua, chest thumping, hapana. Huyo ni mzee tu ako cool. Hana mambo mingi huyu mzee. Na ndio tunataka. We want him to do us. Let him retire as a former president of the Republic of Kenya.
You are Azimionated.
Yes. I'm a daughter of Uhuru Kenyatta, and I'm a daughter of Raila Odinga politically. Yes, I'm Raila's daughter, I'm Uhuru's daughter in politics.
Mount Kenya tusipowapa running mate bado mtavotia baba?
Tutavotia baba, hata mkitupatia wawapi, hata huko kwenyu tutavotia baba. Kura zetu kwanza, yangu ni ya baba. Kabisa. Na ground ni ya Jubilee.
Sawa. So who, in your own opinion, who is likely to be Mount Kenya kingpin, ama ni Uhuru anaendelea?
Ni Uhuru anaendelea. You see, amekuwa bado is a party leader of Jubilee, still the party leader of Jubilee, he is still the kingpin of Mount Kenya, he is still the spokesperson of Mount Kenya. Na sioni mwingine akikaribia anytime soon. Tuna believe na yeye kabisa.
So that means even if a running mate is appointed from the mountain, atakuwa puppet ya Uhuru?
Si puppet. Si puppet. Ni vile there is a difference between a leader, a deputy leader, and a spokesperson and a kingpin. Si puppet. Ni vile kuna father, the mother and children, and the firstborn.
Kuna mtu amesema ati watu walirudi Jubilee wakati walisikia Uhuru anasema if people run on my party I will fund their campaign. Mumengojea hiyo msaada?
Hapana. Sisi tumekuwa Jubilee. Hata before the NDC tulikuwa Jubilee bado. Actually, we had a presser in Embu a day before Sagana 3. We told people of Mount Kenya, we had a Mount Kenya East presser for youth and women. We said here in Embu that we are fully behind Uhuru Kenyatta. We are fully behind the project he has done. We thank him for everything. And that was before the NDC and before the rebranding, a day before the Sagana 3. So the youth of Mount Kenya East are very happy. The women are happy with whatever the president is doing.
Okay.
Yes.
I've had a challenge sometimes with women reps. Mukifika parliament, you only see women, you don't see men.
No.
Everything you talk is about women. And in our society, we have to push issues that inasaidia kila mtu. So are you going just to push for women? Sisi boy child tutasauliwa.
Amutasaulika. This is a very different, you know, these women rep, this thing about devolution and women rep, this is a brainchild of Raila Odinga. ndiye ameleta devolution, tukapata sisi wanawake wa Kenya tukapata hii position as women. As the women of Kenya tufanye, there are some things that women see and men do not see. That is why the position was created. So tukifika huku hatutasahau, we have the boy child, we have the girl child. Sisi ndio wazazi and we know what each and every gender needs. And we need the presence of women to be felt. You see, like now we have the first women Chief Justice Martha Koome. That only is a very good, imetuempower sana kama wanawake. Kama mwanamke anaweza kuwa Chief Justice, hata unapata moral. Very soon these elections utaona wanawake wengi sana, MCAs, MPs, senators, ametupatia vitu kama hizo zinatupatia nguvu sana. When we see people like Charity Ngilu, Martha Karua, those women who are fighters, kina Sabina Chege, we want to be their mentors. They mentor us, they give us strength, they give us the need to move on. Ukiamka asubuhi unakumbuka our Chief Justice is Martha Koome, is a lady like us. So there is no, hakuna atibari hatuwezi fanya kitu kama hiyo kama we ni mwanamke. Yes.
Okay, we have seen Samia Suluhu of Tanzania. She's I think she's the first woman president in East Africa.
Yes.
And her peers and supporters are women. Wewe hauna, do you have women supporters?
Yes. I have women supporters. Yes, I do wengi sana.
Most women actually feel more safe when men are around them.
Actually, my advisor is a woman. Yeah, my political advisor is a woman. My political mentor is a woman who has mentored me all through. My boss is a woman. So you can imagine how the women have motivated and done an impact in my life.
Sawa. Briefly talk about what is your view on increasing cases of gender violence, and what do you think is the solution?
GBV. That is a rampant thing. Actually, I've wrote that on my Facebook. I've wrote it on my Twitter that thing, something has to be talked, something has to be done. Unaamka unasikia bibi amefanywa hii, msichana amefanywa hii. So hiyo, I think hiyo we need a bill to empower women wajue I stand for this. If you say no, it's a no. If you say yes, it's a yes. Let nobody intimidate you. You should believe in yourself. Mtu asikulete, if kama in marriages ukiona pahali pamefika utaweza, it's better you walk out. You know, I've listened on radios, I've listened on TV, I've watched TVs, I've listened to women in the rural areas. Mama anakwambia sasa nikitoka watoto nitalea na nini? That is number one thing yenye inafanya GBV ikuwe on the rise. We should have those community based groups zenye zinaleta pesa ili wamama wajue hata nikitoka kwa huyu mwanaume I'll make 200 shillings, I'll make 300 shillings, nitapata unga, mtoto wangu atasoma. Ili symbiosis, community based organization, ili ule mwanamke akuwe psychologically set. If this marriage is not working, I'll have something. Kama kuna kitu mzuri sana kwa hii dunia ni empowerment ya finances. Mwanamke atasikia ako secure. Hata ukienda na watoto wako watatu watakula na watasoma. Si lazima ujishikilie hapo kwa mwanamume mwenye the next day atakuua, atakunyonga, atakukata. So I think in the near future nikiingia kwa parliament, GBV will be my number one priority because it's a two-way thing. Tumeona pia kuna wanawake wana intimidate wanaume zao. Si ati lazima ushikilie hapo ndio ukue kwa marriage. Marriage imekuwa ati ni kitu, ati how will the community see me? Ati nimetoka kwa bwana. It is better waseme vile watasema ukiwa healthy na ukiwa uhai. si ungojee hapo ukatwe mikono kama mwingine alikatangwa mkono akaekwa. You remember the lady? So if the women are empowered, watakuwa na finances, they will be able kulea watoto wao, kufundisha. Hata wanaume wenye wanakuwa intimidated na wanawake watakuwa financially stable, watakuwa psychologically set. If this marriage is not working, I better move out. And there should be a bill. Actually, that being a voice, it's like an emergency. It's like a natural. It's very rampant. Something needs to be done, like yesterday.
Okay, and then
Yes.
there's this thing Baba has been talking about, the support of single mothers, widows, and what is your take on Baba's agenda?
Sorry?
If you hear the Azimio candidate, Raila Odinga, has been talking about support for single mothers. He has been stressing about those widows, the single parents, in other words. So what is your view? What is your view on that?
Baba has had a very soft for women in Kenya. He has really mentored many women. Many women in our country, akina Shebez wamekuwa mentored na baba amewashikilia. There is a feeling that a stigma that all over that baba is this and this, but what I know, ameshikilia wanawake na hapendi, is a family man. Kuna siku tulikuwa hapo Catholic University, ako na bibi, ako na watoto, yani unaona is totally a different person from the competitors.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't you think akijaribu now helping the single ladies because of men who have left their responsibility, will he be encouraging men not to be responsible?
No, he's not.
More deadly. More deadly.
No, he's not.
Wanaume mtakuwa unajua tu baba atasaidia. Nimeona some clip on social media. I've seen some clip on social media where someone was saying nisaidie 6K ikifika September baba atalipa sababu kuna 6K inakuja.
Hata walisema Valentine inakuja baba atatuma 6K. But unajua baba hapendi mambo ya single parenting, kufinyilia sana. Yeye is a family man. But now if worst comes to the worst, hapo ni penye tunasemanga sasa ni mimi peke yangu. You know, you have your life, your husband has his life, and your children has their lives. So hapo ni kila mtu na maisha yake. But baba is not encouraging people.
Sawa. James Mtunga anasema wacha ni project kwanza. Anasema well spoken madam, God bless you and may he also bless Embu.
Amen. Thank you, James.
Huyu amekuchokoza kidogo. Kellen Karimi.
Yeah, that's my name.
Agenda, no moving voice, forced political move. Atuwewe ni project tumefosiwa.
This is not a forced political. Hakuna mtu ameniforce, ni vile watu wanakushikilia, wanakuamini na unajiamini. Na wanaona ukiwaambia I would like to run for a women position, wanakupea moyo, wanakupea nguvu. Nobody has forced me into this. This is in me.
Yeah, and then sometimes we ask yourself, kama mtu amelazimishwa, then it means there is no option. I normally say, when people say, I'm bringing up something, people normally say, wacha watu wasitumie people, but I also think people use something that is useful. If you are not useful, nobody will use you. If you are not valuable, nobody will you to go to the arena of politics. Maybe they have seen something in it, they need it to come out. So it depends on how you look at it. There are those who may say Raila Odinga is a project, yes.
No, Raila is
but others
people's
will
project.
ask, why are people supporting Raila and they want him to be there? Because there's something they want it to be highlighted, marking, be seen on the national scene.
You know,
Sawa.
it's not a matter. I want to reply to someone who had talked there before. It's not a must that you talk too much or you talk too very frequently. Whatever you do, it's what motivates people to believe in you. Wajue wewe ukishika hiyo kiti, you will have impact in the community. And actions, I believe actions speak more than once. Whatever minimal thing, however little I've done, I know people, 1, 2, 3, not many people, but it has touched many lives in Embu.
Yeah, I think and it needs what we call discernment, and Kenyans are having a problem. They love eloquent people. They love people who can bang the table when they are talking. They love people who can move you when they are on the podium. But when it comes to delivery, it's completely different. I want to quote governor of Bungoma. He said that to me, I'm not among those guys who are comedian at the funeral. But my work speaks for itself. I may not bring comedy at the funeral, but my work speaks for itself.
Yeah, we are able.
And then Munya said, I want to bring this, and then you can you can CS Munya said that even the devil is eloquent, even a con man is eloquent. That's why they con you and you don't realize.
They're very smart, yes.
Yeah. You can comment on that. I want to bring one viewer to also ask questions.
Okay. We are able differently. What I do is not what you're able to do, is not what Lawrence is able to do. So maybe Evangeline does not speak so much, but whatever she does touches different people in different communities, not only in Embu, but also in the country. And I believe myself that I've touched many, many people's lives and hearts, especially in matters youths, matters women empowerment, and matters sports, in football and athletics. Hata utaona wakicomment hapo.
Yeah, those who know you understand, isn't it?
Yeah, they do understand. Those who know me now one-on-one, they know who Evangeline is, they know who Karemi is, wanajua what I'm capable of.
In other words, maybe they're asking, Karemi is one of those people who will go to parliament. I love to ambiwe. She has never spoken in parliament.
Hapana. Hapana.
Parliament. You never comment anything in parliament.
Hapana. No. Hapana. Hapo nitaongea kabisa. Hapo sasa unajua hiyo ni kazi nimepatiwa na the people of Embu. I must do what they took me there to do. Ndio nimekwambia hapo nyuma, hii kitu ya GBV, it should be dealt with like yesterday. You see, mimi siku hizi imefika kwa TV, unasema you better not watch. Juu ukiwatch ni GBV, bibi amefanywa, bwana amefanywa, mtoto amefanywa, watoto wa shule. It's a matter of national interest. It's a matter we should be dealt with like yesterday. And now people need, the women, the men, the youth need to be empowered. Going back there, talking too loudly is not delivering. Kuna wale watu, they don't talk too much, but when you go to the ground, unakuta huyo mtu amendeliver kabisa, amefanya kazi thoroughly. Yani the actions are speaking more than whatever he or she is speaking. They are speaking loudly. Yani kazi yao ndio mdomo yao.
What is your take on the current woman rep? Which areas has she failed, and you think you can improve on that?
Let me not really dwell on that. Let the people of Embu talk about that come 2022 August. Let the people of Embu talk. Let not Evangeline talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, Lawrence.
Yes.
You were saying something before you were cut
before
off.
my internet got disconnected. I think there is somebody who is hacking my phone to make sure that I don't contribute.
Maybe it's the other side.
Yes, I know.
You're in the opposition.
Yes, it's the opposition. But we will be dealing with him. So actually, what I was saying before, now that we are coming to the politics, and the politics is local. So actually, we are now mobilizing the Jubilee brigades. I know we have so many members, even the ones who are talking. Some of them, they are saying they are in Unda in terms of shouting and all. But if you go to their registration, they are all Jubilee members, and we are going to bring them back home. So actually, we are now organizing ourselves. We are the president has already told us that from 2013, Jubilee was in power, and the party that is in power, you don't expect this to go politicking for what purpose? The party leader is the president. If he goes to politics, what is he politics for? To achieve what? The leader of what? He is the most powerful. He has gotten the seat. So he told us in 2018, let us settle down, narrow down, and deliver to the people. But some of us decided to go otherwise. So what could you do? We just let them do their politics, kutanga-tanga. So now you're back to business. Now the politics is here. So and we have seen. Imagine, let me tell the people of Kenya. Imagine a whole deputy president standing on top of a car saying, serikali ya Jubilee tumejenga barabara, tumejenga reli, tumejenga TVET, tumejenga technical schools, tumejenga hii na nini. Then the last person to speak, he says, Jubilee haijafanya kitu. This stupidity. So we must first of all deal with politics of sincere. We must be sincere to our people. Sio mwingine anasema hii maneno tumefanya. The other day he said you cannot just exclude him from the project that have been made and the development that have been made by the Jubilee government. That is what he said by himself. So then other people are saying the Jubilee has done nothing. You see, we must be very sincere to our people.
Okay, let me play a small clip and ask you to comment on it. These are matters of Embu.
Yes.
Hebu nipitishe message yao. On behalf of Your Excellency, protocols, it's only 1 minute, Your Excellency. I always take 1 minute, maximum 2. On behalf of the Council of Governors, I take this opportunity to express my pressure to be part of this national launch. From the onset, Your Excellency, hii ni ile nilisoma kule, hiyo ingine sawa. Hiyo ingine nilisahau kwa gari ya Minister for Health. Lakini ni sawa. Nilikuwa nataka
Okay. Okay, now.
Mnatubeba ufala aje.
That is our governor.
Comment something on your governor.
No, the governor Wabora has been a very, very, very good. He has brought a very good leadership in Embu. He has set up the pace, and that was just a small mistake by the handlers of the governor. I think for me, I better not. I better not comment on that further on that, because the handlers could have. Those mistakes should not be there.
Did he create a comedy or he forgot? Because it looked more of comedy.
No, unajua sasa I think yule mtu kule alisoma, the PA, the handler of the governor, angefaa kujua kwamba governor akisoma speech huko anampatia ile mpya, anamwambia sasa tunaenda the next function. So I even don't know how the previous speech he ran on his pocket. So it's very unfortunate. But anyway, it even carried the day than the actual speech. So I think ilikuwa mzuri kabisa.
Yeah, he made it look like a comedy even when he had forgotten. So that's okay. But still he has. No wonder we are told that he has 9 lives. You know, he has survived 2 impeachments.
Yeah, it's almost 3.
Was it 2 or 3?
3.
Okay, how are you, Alex?
I'm very fine, Wekesa. How are you?
I'm good. I'm here with our incoming woman rep, Embu County.
Yes.
And her PA.
Yes.
So we have just have a cordial conversation, not hard debate. So I want you to ask a few questions that you think may be helpful. Yes. Alex is our panelist in this TV. So feel free ask your question.
Yes, thank you very much for coming to Mutembei TV. We are growing, and I think we are participating in a debate whereby many people are getting information that it's not through mainstream media. You know, mainstream media is always regulated, but here we are more relaxed. See how your PA is relaxed. If he was in a studio, if he was in a studio, he could be told to sit in a certain way.
Oh yes, you are all comfort. Yeah.
Now we are here talking. Yeah, we are talking. We are having a conversation.
Yes.
Nothing is scripted. Everything is coming from the heart. And I think we want you to talk to us from the heart. So the first thing is that we have realized that many people running for the seat of women rep do not even understand what is a women rep. They think it's a seat for women, and just being a woman is a qualification. And we had somebody make a joke about it, that this lady is not married, she's a lady, and therefore she's not a woman. She cannot run for a women rep. This is
where was that comment?
Where was that? Yes, that was about 2 weeks ago. It was in the media, and a certain lady that is not married was told, you are a lady, you cannot run for this seat. So do you truly understand what is the seat of a women rep? Can you tell us what is the seat of a women rep? Why was it created? And why do you think it's important?
Again? Come again?
Oh, so my question is, do you really understand what the seat of a women rep is? Why was it created? What is its function? And what do you entail about the whole seat of a women rep?
This devolution, the senatorial seats, the women rep is a brainchild of Kibaki and Raila. The women rep position was created for the 2/3 gender rule. Parliament akuku kuanga na hiyo wanawake ni wandogo, so they saw that walete women rep position all over the country, in each and every county, ili ile 2/3 gender rule ifikiane kwa mbunge yetu ya Kenya. To represent, it's for representative, it's for the oversight. We can oversight what is happening in our county. We can do the bills. Kama venye nimeambia Wekesa, if God helps me and I get into that mbunge, my first priority itakuwa GBV. Vile wanawake wanadhurumiwa wanaume, so tunatengeneza bills. It's like not just the normal MP, but sasa huyu ni mwanamke, tutengeneze bills. Kama kulikuwa na bili ya cancer, kuna women rep ameleta bilio ya breast cancer, vitu kama hizo. So kama sisi tunatengeneza tu bills kama the normal MP, but this now is a special position for women only. Sababu ya gender.
Given
and the PWDs, sorry?
Given that you have said that, from my mind, I look like maybe you know what it really entails, because most women who are running for this seat, especially the first women representative from Nyamira, did not know, because I had an interview with her, and basically she never knew what that seat was for. She thought it was a reservoir for a woman. Now you've talked about oversight in Parliament. In the last 10 years that we have had this seat, you see some sort of disappointment in Parliament that those women that were elected in that seat have not done enough to even make that seat attainable, to a point that we had a talk a few months or a year ago that we should scrap off. You know, there's a time we were saying we should scrap off the Senate. You had people saying, wait, people are saying we should scrap off the Senate. We don't see what the Senate is helping us. And they also brought the women's seat there. Do you think that the women in Parliament have done so little to a point that Kenyans view this seat as a seat that is just taking taxpayers' money and it's not helping any Kenyans? Do you think the women in Parliament have done so little?
Not really. I wouldn't say they have done little or they have done too much. Maybe they have not really understood what is the role of a women rep. Maybe mtu anasikia kuna hii women rep position in the county, mtu anavai. So if there is that basic training or wanawake waambiwe what it really entails. Kama huyo you said Nyamira, maybe huyo wa Nyamira akuelewa vizuri the roles of a woman representative. Kuna ile affirmative action, ile ya GAF, kunapatiwa pesa ya GAF funds, kuna vile unafaa kuzitumia. So wanawake wakielimishwa, women rep kazi yako ni hii na hii na hii. And I think the government or let's say the parliament, wakuwe na hiyo, they do it in each and every county. They explain to us women what is the role of a women. The role of an MP inajulikana outrightly, the role of an MCA inajulikana, young governor inajulikana. Sasa hii ya women tuelimishwe vizuri, and from that we will be able, me and others will be able now to deliver and to do what it entails as a woman rep of Kenya. That is what I think.
So before Wekesa comes in and your PA, I will ask you this personal question. Who is your women rep?
Currently. In Embu?
Yes.
Our women rep is a Jubilee Party women rep. She's called Jane Wanjoke, aka Vitima.
Okay. Does she have a functional office?
Yeah, she has a functional office up at Embu.
Okay, and from where you sit in that office, do you think that there is enough funds that people come in and they are able to understand and women are able to be helped, or the seat of women rep has been underfunded? You see, like the seat of an MP, they get CDF, they get bursary, they get a lot of funding. The governor mans billions of money. The senator is just an oversight. Do you think the seat of women rep has been underfunded to a point whereby your functions as a women rep is sometimes not seen as something that people look unto, or it's an office that is just constitutional, that is not well functioning?
No. Women rep office is well funded. I've seen so many women, even here in Embu. I've seen women, our women rep give bursaries to secondary school children, to college, to tertiary colleges, to university. If we go to underfunding, I wouldn't think it has been underfunded, because the normal MP, the constituency MP, has money to cater for the schools. The CDF has that function, but no, the women rep position ni ile affirmative action, iko na ile gap funds. Hiyo pesa anapatia bursaries, anafanya hii, anasaidia CBOs, anasaidia the girl child, anasaidia the boy child. I would say that hiyo pesa imetosha for now. Labda itumue vibaya. If that money is used well and is accounted, and the woman rep MP is accountable to the funds, that's a lot of money to me. Juu anjengi barabara, anjengi mandarasa, ni ile tu ile ya kushikilia hapa na pale.
And why do we not see that effect in many counties, Wekesa? Wekesa, for you, let me ask you, who is your women rep? And do you feel what she's saying, that you see all those bursaries? You see what she's saying? From where I come from, I've never seen my women rep give bursaries. I have never seen that active force that you see, that this seat is a replica of what was put in the constitution. Wekesa, do you see the women rep as a seat from where you come from that is as powerful as it's in the constitution?
In fact, I began by asking her, why do you think women interpret this seat as you are just focused on when you are even in parliament, you're just talking about women. But the real challenges that are affecting the society, we are not seeing them per se. Because ideally, what I understand by the seat women rep, it was an affirmative action.
Yes.
And affirmative action was to bring balance, to inject some energy to empower women. Now, you are not empowered as a woman to remain agitating for women, but you are empowered to bring out your functionality, to bring out your talents, to bring out your everything that you are endowed with. And for example, we've been told that women are good in this than men. So those are the things we have wanted to see in leadership. Apart from you are not elected to be activists in parliament for women. You are actually brought on board because we found the idea behind it is that there are talents in women. I think it's Obama who said that we cannot succeed as a society when half of the society is not participating. So that is the idea behind women rep, such that we now bring in the half left society into active participation of the national matters. So we expect you, when you are in parliament, you need even to out-reason men, because we know that you guys, both sides of your brain, the nuns who use the one side. Say that.
Say that again. Thank you.
Now, to come to what Alex said, we haven't seen that because sometimes people are stuck with the entry point. I normally say that when Paul was struck by the lightning when he was going to Damascus, if he was the current believer, Kenyan believer, or most even believers we are seeing, what he will do is he will go and begin a church called lightning and something.
Lightning arrest.
And calls them and come to my church. When you come here, you will be struck by lightning and you will start seeing one. Why? Because the entry point summarize his whole agenda. So he thinks that is what I'm supposed to do. So the entry point is an affirmative action.
Yes.
But affirmative action is not the agenda of why we have women rep in parliament. You are actually full member of parliament like any other member.
Yes.
Despite the funds allocated to you. Like, because when you do voting in parliament, they don't say now let's have the normal MPs vote and then the women rep also come and vote. No. You actually, you are our legislators, you are our lawmakers. Yes. Whatever law you make is binding. And whatever law you make, you don't look at its gender connotation. You look at it, how is it helpful to the society? Most women rep are stuck with, in fact, I think they should have used maybe a different connotation or word for the women rep. Maybe it should be whatever MP, for example. So that, because there will come a time when you guys are many and we will men rep. So we have to go and say men rep now. In other words, you're only you are coming in to represent some marginalized group.
Yes.
But at the end, when you reach there, you participate in the economy, in the affairs of this country with all full-fledged authority and yeah. For me, that is the entry is what I'm seeing the problem. Alex, I don't know if I've answered your question.
I wanted you to go even more direct. I did ask you, who is your women rep? And is there an impact?
I want to talk about that because I traversed 3 counties. I'm from Bungoma, I'm in Nairobi, and I vote in Nairobi and I stay in Machakos. So I don't have a track record of who is actually doing what.
Okay, the other thing I wanted to ask is, as we know, the role, the singular role of a women rep was to sponsor and engage in bills, motions, resolutions, and notices to redress the suffering of women. In the past 13 years, what was the most monumental bill or redress to women that you have seen that has changed the lives of women? From your point of view, what are the bills that you have seen that have really changed the lives of women that were brought in the last parliament and the present parliament?
Sometimes back there was this bill by the Laikipia women rep, E.A.T. I've not checked whether it was signed into law. I don't think it was debated fully, but it was such a good bill. Yeah, the cancer patients.
Because when I was looking at the statistics, the bills that were actually brought by women are so few, they were not even debated. And you remember that one, that more especially that we did not have quorum for so long when Duale was the majority leader. You remember that one?
I remember.
And,
yes, I do.
So that even women refused to go to parliament to redress even that. How can we trust women when they cannot even redress issue that deals with their own issues?
Alex, let me I was to ask that question. Let me also rephrase what you are saying. Someone said, a majority people say that women are their own enemies. What is your take?
Who's take mine? No.
People say that women are their own enemies. Have you ever heard of that phrase?
I've ever heard about it, but I really wonder how we are our own enemies. Nikikurudisha hapo nyuma nitakwambia my advisor is a woman. My mentor is a woman. My political mentor is a woman. Those people who have mentored me politically, socially, they are women. I'm a child of a single mother. Yani, a woman is empowering you. Woman is giving me strength to carry on. So here we are our own enemies. Sijaiona in reality. It's just a saying. It's a fallacy.
Okay, let me bring you to speed. There are two counties that are led by women governors.
Yes.
Kitui and Kirinyaga. Someone said that as much as they are, I think that you can check the facts. As much as you guys are advocating for 3/3 rule, even in their own country, they have not implemented that, and they have the power to do that, the veto power to do that.
To do what? Come again.
Okay, they have the power to implement. For example, your cabinet, it's you who chooses if you are governor.
Oh yes.
Stop from having even 75% being women in their cabinet.
I think women.
Bado mnakuanga your own enemies.
Hapana. Like I said earlier, we are able differently. Maybe the way I see things is not the way Lady B or Lady C or Njeli or Wanjiko would see things. Me, if God blesses me and I become a governor of a certain county, let's say Embu, I would make sure that 50% of the CEC, 50% of the CEO, 50% of the directors, wamama women are on that cabinet. Wamama ndio wana rule. They are leading the counties in this department, this other department. It's all about empowering women. Mwanamke anjui anaweza shikilia kitu. It's like they say, behind every successful man there is a woman. You can imagine a successful man without a woman. That shows that a woman has all it takes to make everything perfect or to make something successful.
I want on that point to hammer you, and I want you to be honest. I like your statement. In every successful man, there is a woman. Now let us twist that. For every successful woman, there is a man. Why is it? Why is it? Why is it on the national level, on a political level, most women politicians are single?
You think so? No.
Let us not name names, but you know, from the national level, we cannot go personal. But let's be honest on that. Why is it that most women who agitate, activists and politicians, are almost semi-single?
I don't know where you're coming from, but I believe in mwanamke kujiamini. Si lazima ushikiliwe na mwanaume ili you go far. You believe in yourself, you believe in what you're doing, and you believe in your goals and your agenda, and you'll get there. To your whatever you're aiming at, your goal, utafika hapo.
You remember when Laboso died, Governor Laboso?
I do.
And we you know, when you are in active politics, we leave your family on the side. But when you are bereaved, now your family comes, props up. And we saw how the husband of Laboso really supported Laboso. And we saw something that was different, that how Laboso participated in his politics. But from another level, we can say that if you say for a successful man there is a woman, why are you denying for every successful woman there should be a man? Why are you denying that?
It's not a priority that for every successful lady there is a man. And there is this notion in our community that being being unmarried is, I don't know how people see it, we are stigmatized. Ati ule anjaolewa, ule ni single parent. Being married is not a qualification for leadership. That is what I believe in.
Yeah, so another question you did not answer. I want us, when Duale brought the bill in Parliament, on several occasions.
Maybe before you move away, Alex,
yeah.
Let me support her a little. We are on a transitional. Okay, you see, naturally, it's always a man is a breadwinner, and so a man is empowered. Like naturally, man was empowered first.
Mm-hmm.
So to have to turn the tide, most of the time, that transitional period, it comes with qualities. So most of the women who wanted to be empowered met some struggles, and somehow it affected the relationship. So there will always be that challenge in terms of what if you want to change the tide. But however, when the man also gets to adjust and understand that I can still live with an empowered woman. Most men are not empowered to live with an empowered woman. So when most men will be able now to handle the empowered woman, then the scale will still balance. Behind every challenge, there is a story. So most of them will find there was a struggle. Someone was struggling with his ego. Sometimes it's natural, Alex, for you may not feel comfortable her providing and wewe uko tu hapo. But it's
Why
natural.
would you not feel comfortable?
I'm saying that it's a matter of ego. I'm just being honest. It's an ego of a man. And so most people cannot handle that. There are few men who can handle that, and they have no problem. You can. The example is in Tanzania. The lady is that for her she's the president in the office, but in the house she's a
mother and husband.
She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a yeah, like that. So it also takes two to tangle. When you are empowered, don't interfere with your family arrangement because you are not a woman in the house. You are a wife.
Yes.
And it needs a balance. Actually, most people don't do that. Yeah.
And I support you, Wekesa, on that, and it's not only something we must learn. It was a cultural and traditional thing that was passed into us, that men are providers. So I think it's a taboo that needs to come out slow but steady, but we are getting there. So over time, we will start learning, especially when the women also will take the position of providence very seriously, that both of us can provide. But you find that still 60 to 70% of women believe that a man should provide. And I think we are both in that glimpse, and we need to close that gap. And Kenya is changing too, and there are dynamics that are making that difficult, because 10 years ago it was easy to get a house help and somebody to be in your home so that they can help you. Right now, as we are talking, Wekesa, to get a household help so that you can empower your woman and empower yourself, it becomes difficult. So it forces still men to go out and be the breadwinners, and women, especially when they are starting a family. So that is the gap we are talking about empowerment. So empowerment should not be looked at the financial level only. Empowerment is taken out of the financial muscle. Once we put empowerment on finance alone, men will always be beyond women. So the debate about empowerment should not be based on finance only. If we do that, then I think we will create a position where we will permanently stay where men will be the providers, and therefore they will look like they are more empowered than women. But empowerment should be looked from a different perspective. And that is where now the role of women representative comes in, to introduce new ideas to women that raising a successful family is empowerment.
Yes.
And I think I support you on that, Wekesa. But then let's go back, Madam Women Rep. The 2/3 gender, Duale brought it over and over. But we found out the quorum missed because even women representatives who are a beneficiary of this affirmative action refused to come in there. Don't you think what Wekesa is still saying, that women are enemies of their own?
I think women of Kenya needs to know that it's not all about not really empowering, but kujiamini sisi wenyewe, that we need to support each other. A woman, a Jerry, a Murugi needs to empower the other woman. Yani tunajiaminiana sisi wenyewe kama wanawake wa Kenya. And if we do that, we will not keep on fighting each other. I'm fighting this lady, I'm fighting the other lady. We will make it our responsibility that I encourage Jerry, I encourage Murugi, I encourage, tunashikiliana sisi wote. And moving forward, hatutakuwa na hizi zenye Wekesa anasema we are our own enemies. It's all in our minds that I want Jerry to be better than the way she is today. I want this lady to be better than the way she is or the way I am. Yeah.
Okay, Alex, unless we want to begin to wind up. I know she had gone to Embu for a function, so she needs to start coming back to Nairobi.
Yeah.
So, Lawrence, do you have anything to add?
Well, okay. Now, what I can say on this seat of women rep, first thing, it was an affirmative action. But most importantly, it was the functions of the women rep is not narrowed down to women. It is narrowed down to our children, to the abuse of the children, both boys and girls. You know, sometimes I've looked at the Kenya society and the leadership. They always think of girl child, and the boy child that is now left is the endangered species. Whereby you look at when I was growing up, we had more boys secondary school than girls at school. Now it is the other way around. You go to our universities, the boys, they are fewer now than the girls. And when you look at the statistics, most of these boys are in drugs. Boys, they are like now, if you go to Embu, they are jobless corner where they chew Mira 24/7. So all these are things that are need to be addressed, because we need to turn the wheel of the economy and put these young boys and girls into a working nation. And this is where I look at it. As we empower a girl child or a woman, the men are being now left behind. It should be all inclusive. Yeah, so that we don't get. Otherwise, if you empower women only, who will marry this? That's why you're seeing there are so many single. There are so many single because the actual men who used to be there, they are somewhere lost within the way there is the drugs, there is the alcohol, there is abuse of. All these are dangers that we need as readers to holistically look at them. And the biggest problem is job insecurity, and that's I know Madam Women is also on her duty in the Parliament to look at the way we can provide jobs for our youths. That is very critical, because not only for girls but also for men. I also look at it, women rep. Yes, I understand. A girl child is more prone to danger than a boy child. But that does not make being a girl is not a disability. So it is not taken like as if so we only need to put the same level. We should not put the girl higher than the boys or boys higher than the girls. Let us put a level playing ground. Yes.
Lawrence, you're having a good argument, and before you concluded, I wanted to ask you this. Yes. Someone was saying that, you see, women at home, they are normally actually empowered, maybe not on a large scale. But a man grows up naturally. In fact, he's left to wander. Most of the time, he's not
like the trees.
But women have this software in their head. They are told the do's and don'ts, and that's why naturally a man and a woman, when a young man meets a young lady for the first time, what rings in the mind of a lady are the do's and don'ts. But a man wants to experiment because nobody has ever told him what to do and not to do. So he's free to experiment anything. But the lady, there's a software running in her mind. Okay, you can conclude.
Yes. So for me, I think our readership is up to our readership to put the bars of both boys and girls at the par, so that when we have a level playing ground, then we'll have even. And let us not be naive. Even if you go to America, the truth and the gender rules does not apply. Even in America, go to the Senate, it is not there. Go to the Congress, it's not there.
Are you insecure, Lawrence?
Yes. No.
Why?
It's normal. It's normal. And it was an initiative where we needed to change this, the truth and gender rule. And we want to uplift the leadership of women. At least we have more women in parliament, and that's good. That's a good idea. But at the same time, the formula should not be like it's a formula like we are handing over the seats to women. It should be.
That's not being handed over. We are being elected into the seat. Nobody is giving it to us on a silver platter.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, these seats, women rep should be should be. It is for affirmative action. So when you become a women rep, you should not remain women rep forever. So the assumption is that by 10 years you have developed leadership qualities whereby you get now to live. Like now, the Tima is expired. She should now leave to another one. And
I get what Lawrence is saying. Yes. In fact, I think women rep should also have a term limit.
One term is enough.
You should be there and
so that we can leave other ladies to get empowered.
Naturally, they do. There are steps that are being taken. If you see what ODM was doing in a larger women rep in the areas, people like Aisha Juma, people like Miriam Diambo, people like Wanda.
That's what I'm saying.
They put you on a test tube as a woman rep.
Exactly.
And then they nurture you. Then they leave you on your own. Now you go and fight for your space.
That's why I'm saying now the Tima is on her own.
That is what we call affirmative action. Yes. Let's say here in the US, affirmative action for Black people. Yes. You are not supposed to remain in subsidies and all these things just because you're Black. At some point, you go to school, you get a job, and you start giving back to the society.
You start working on your own.
Being clutched out of affirmative action means one becomes a women rep for one term and goes to fight for their space because they've been nurtured. The name brand is already there. Somebody like Kate Wairuguru should not fight for a women rep anymore. Her name is there. Somebody like Sabina Chege, her name is there. Sabina Chege has become a brand in Kenyan politics. So they can fight for the space. So what we are saying is that they should not remain in the test tube. That is what affirmative action means. You don't remain in that cocoon anymore. You mature. You become a butterfly.
Erick, the same case should apply with this nomination seat. Nobody should be nominated for 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
In fact, when you are nominated, one time is enough. You have developed the muscle, and I understand
You're good to
one
go.
of the competitor to our women rep has been nominated. So why should he come? Why should she come now to the women rep? Now buy for MP or governor or something else.
A senator.
Yes, we are, or a senator. We are going to come to the ground and explain to our people, because we have to nurture more women using the spaces we have.
I support.
Yes.
And the purpose of the women rep, and that is where I was coming. For me, it has been an epic failure in terms of what they have done. The original idea of Kibaki was, because they don't have enough representation in parliament, there are things we cannot push to the corporate, to the administration, to ABCD. So what was supposed to be done is these women were to come in parliament and make sure, like in the media 15 years ago, we had very few women anchors. Today, there are more than men. The two-thirds agenda has already worked there. You see how it has worked? Today, we have women who can, grill you in the media until you sweat, even if you are a president. Now, what the role of these women was to make sure in the corporate world, in Safaricom, one of the best companies in Africa, the two-thirds agenda was met. In the office of the president, the two-thirds agenda was met. They were to be activists of two-thirds agenda as it triples down. It was a trickle-down effect. Okay? It wasn't supposed to stay there, and that is it. But what we have seen is that in the office of the president, two-thirds agenda is not there. The deputy president, it's not there. In the finance, it's not there. Still today, in the military, we don't have a general who is a woman, and yet we have women who have served. And you are seeing this for the first time in the Constitution of Kenya. We have a CJ and a deputy who are both women, which is very good to me. Now, we need to trickle down effect. It doesn't need to remain where it is, that people are comfortable in parliament, that they have it. Their role was to make sure every department, every location, every district, every county, every organization, it trickled down. That is the overall affirmative action. Affirmative action is not just legislation and it stops there. And I think that is where we have had the failure.
Evangeline, what is your view? Some people say that some parties, maybe people who have power in the parties, nominate their girlfriends.
What do I say? I think it's just a perception in Kenya that
they get our girls in parliament because they are nominated because they are girlfriends.
It's all going down to the more women in the leadership scale. So I think by the parties nominating women in the country, like the MCAs, the MPs, is more like giving power or making sure that the women are empowered. But is the high time that the women of the Republic of Kenya, they need to know that they are powerful, they are strong, they can do whatever what men does, we can do it even better. Is the high time that we encourage our women that hakuna kitu kubwa kwa hii dunia. Vile mwanaume anafanya pia sisi tunaweza fanya even more better than that. And we have very many good examples like whatever Alex has said, the CJ, akina Madhakarua, akina Niwaigoro, akina Charity Ngiru. When you see whatever they are doing in their leadership, wherever they are leading, good things are happening and they have believed in themselves. It's the same thing that we need to tell our children, our girls, as they grow. Tuambie, unaona vile ule anajenga ile nyumba, you can be a lady contractor. By us mentoring ladies and mentoring our girls, si kusema ati ile kazi ni ya mwanaume. Wacha pia sisi wanawake tuingie tuifanye. Yeah. We need our space as women in leadership. We need to be encouraged, we need to be mentored, we need to be motivated and inspired. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm talking this with a lot of passion for the daughters of Kenya.
Actually, one of the hindrance of the two dance gender rule is our society, our culture. You know, our culture has always been that women should stay at home. The girl child should develop at one stage. She should be married. Even at some times, it's only recently, maybe 20, 30 years ago, that now we have improved, that we are educating our girl child. So before then, it was it was for boys to go to school and girl child to remain at home and wait to get married. So actually, we are also fighting with the traditions, whereby somebody could not even imagine those days that there could be a judge, or someone, or a police, you know. So it's we are fighting the past and the present. So, and Kenya, we have made a good step. If you go to other countries, it is not. Actually, we are even achieving the two-third gender rule earlier than the US. So we will be there, and we will support Kina Evangeline and the rest women who are coming up very fast to make sure that everybody has been included in the economy. Yeah.
So I will give you guys to give your parting shots.
Yes.
So nitaanza na Alex, niende kwa Kariuki, tumalize na our women rep.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Wekesa, for this forum. I think it's also empowering the people of Kenya by just you having us to speak with our representative in various ways. I think we are empowering people to understand some of our leaders, and that is what we need, to have a closer look to our leaders before we elect them. Secondly, we thank you, our women representative here in Mutembei, for coming and being willing to have a conversation with us. And I think this is a good conversation, and our viewers are going to be tickled by it. Now they know the role of a woman rep. Wherever they go, I think they are going to agitate for what is theirs, and you will see them good use of it. I love reading books. I will recommend one book for you.
Yes.
And it's by Melinda Gates.
Melinda Gates.
Melinda Gates, called The Moment of Lift. She comes from the moment of lift, as L-I-F-T. She comes from a triple effect, from a political angle, from a business angle, and from a family angle. And it says that if you want to make impact as a leader, as a woman, you must have a effect, so that when others see you, you should not just be a political figure. As a leader, so many young girls are looking at you. For example, in Azimio, we saw the other day, women said they looked at Ngilu, and they are where they are because Ngilu fought for that. So, so I will recommend that book for you, so that you can read that. And lastly, thank you, Mutembei, for always being so generous to everybody and our viewers. And those are my parting shots. And we wish you the best in the coming election. And may you deliver on what you have told us here. Put
I
it
will.
as a singular thing that what you are agitating for, never let politics sway you away from what you have told us here. And we hope someday we meet and you tell us what you've done for us. Thank you.
Yes, Karaoke.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to thank our viewers and Mutembei TV for hosting us and listening to us. So actually, my parting shot is this on Jubilee. Jubilee is coming, and we are coming very strongly. With the people like Evangeline, we are going to support them, and we will make sure that we have leadership that delivers to Mwananchi, not leadership that is talk and no actions. And we as Jubilee, we have a manifesto. So Evangeline is not reinventing the wheel or coming with her as Jubilee, we know what we want to deliver to the people of Kenya. So actually, so it is not that we will be having a women doing her own things. It is she is a member of Jubilee. She is in our family. That's why she said, even if she will not get that nomination ticket, she will still remain in Jubilee, because what join us is more than what is dividing us. So we are yes, so there is a cause. We have a cause for the leadership of this country.
Yes.
Secondly, I want to talk to Mount Kenya, our Mount Kenya people. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is our leader today. He's the party leader of Jubilee. He's from our soil, Mount Kenya region. And I don't think he has a vision to destroy the economy of Mount Kenya. When he tells us that this is the way to go, we have seen what he has done in our counties. We have seen what he has done in our schools. He has added even more universities to our regions. And our students are now more, those who are being left out. He came up with 100% enrollment to secondary school. That was not theirs.
Yes.
Some students were getting lost after standard 8. You know, people can't remember these things. All those are initiatives of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And now we want to go, and he made sure that we increase the number of our universities. In Embu, we have University of Embu, housing of over 10,000 students. It was not there before. So when we talk of delivery, let us measure Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta from what he has delivered. You know, there is a lot of propaganda. People are coming to say, oh, the economy is bad. Bad where? All over the world, even in the United States, the economy is not good. Even if go to Dubai or anywhere in the world, he have a problem. When you talk of, when a leader, a public leader, and for that matter, a second in command, comes and tells us, we have hustlers and dynasties in this nation. Hustlers are those who have not, and dynasties are those who have a lot of money. Now, even in America, we have, if you state that phrase, the hustlers, they will always be hustlers anywhere in the world. So let us first of all stop this divisive politics and come together and see how we can solve our problems. Our major problem in Kenya is not hustlers and dynasties. It is corruption. Corruption. Billions and billions of money, they are going to the people's pocket. And most of those people, they are the ones who are telling us about hustlers and dynasties. So how can you talk about hustler, whereas you are the one who stole money that was supposed to remove those people from the hustler and get them to the dynasty? So we must be very sincere to our people and tell them the problem in Kenya today, it is not about the economic model, it is not about the hustler and dynasty, it is not. The biggest problem is corruption. Because if we are able to solve that problem, this country in the next 10 years will be very far. Let us focus at quality leadership that guarantee that our resources will be protected. That is my parting shot. And Jubilee is ready to deliver that.
Yes.
It's so unfortunate, but at least the hand that was steering, we have removed it from the logo. Now we are going to we have this. We are going to deliver a government that is for the people and is focused on delivery and minimize. Of course, you cannot. There is even in developed one there is corruption, but let us not deprive the resources that would have benefited our young people, our young women, to the one single person that puts it in the pocket. So I hope that our people will understand. We are coming to the ground as Jubilee. Where there was a problem, we will accept and we'll tell them this is what we were supposed to do. We didn't achieve this, but we have done 1, 2, 3. These are our scorecard. Thank you very much.
Wow, you have a strong PA.
Very strong.
So you are strong.
So
now, when you succeed, I want to tell Alex, when you succeed, this saying will be true. That behind every successful woman is a man. Because
I tell you, and let me say that. Let me confirm that to you. And I notice they are both wearing purple, which is very good.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
So
thank you.
Mukami. Is it Mukami or Mukua?
Karemi. Mokua is my surname.
Oh,
I'm Karemi. So, Karemi is the Embu name. My parting shot
in the camera and tell us. Don't talk to us now. Assume you are in Embu and talking to the people of Embu.
Yes.
Tell them what you want to do for them.
I would like first to thank you, Motembei TV. Asante sana. Tuliongea asubuhi ukanialika. Then I told you I'm coming to Embu kukutana na the voters and the people on the ground. We had a church function and we had a mashakaya, my neighbor, and we had a mashakaya kwa kijiji yetu. So nikakwambia maybe we do it earlier because I'm going back to Nairobi for some other matters. Now, I would like to tell the Embu people, Evangeline win is a win for the people of Embu, is a win for the daughters and sons of Embu and Kenya at large. I would like to reply to one of the viewers who are saying that they haven't felt the presence of the women reps in the country. Let them know that they will, when Evangeline Mokua is elected into the Parliament of Kenya, they will start feeling the effect. And I'm sure that I'll talk to many women reps from other counties, and we should change the mentality and the perceptions of Kenyans. And I would like to the narrative that the women rep possession is unwarranted. It's a very good possession. It should not be scrapped off. Then I might not be able to talk too much, but all bank tables. But when Evangeline will be elected into the Parliament of Kenya by the people of Embu, let Evangeline work, talk for her, and not the other way around. Yes, and I'll deliver for the community, I'll deliver for the country, and I'll deliver for the party leader, our President Uhuru Kenyatta's vision and agenda for Jubilee Party. Yes, that's my parting shot. And thank you very much for watching. And thank you, Wekesa, and thank you, Alex. Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, I want to say that don't let the wingi wa maneno to intimidate you. We normally say that a fierce dog doesn't bark; it comes and bounces to you. So there are people who have been powerful in this country, like the late E.A.T. E.A.T could not stop even 2 sentences in the media. But when
that is correct.
E.A.T was a man of action.
Yes.
And he achieved his success because of who E.A.T is, not what he talks. And there are people who can come here and talk, but they may not do it. So
they don't deliver.
Be yourself. And that's why we have doctors and lawyers. We know they normally say a lawyer will use one paragraph to just say something very short, but a doctor will inscribe in 2 words, but all of them are functional. So it's not the much you have told us, but we believe in one thing. We want is to believe in your character, believe in your purpose, and believe in your vision, and go for it. As Tembei TV, we have identified that you see, this world works on a script, and the main media has its own script, and the people, even akisikia ulipatikana kwa TV, how did you win that privilege? But then I used to do articles on Nation, and some people could ask me, Erick, how did you access Nation Media just to write articles on Nation? They think like it's a big thing. So we have from the empowerment we need to do is that we need to create space for each and every person, such that you are able to access media.
Sikupati vizuri.
Network problem.
Network inapotea.
Yeah. Alex, unanisikia?
Yeah, nakusikia. Mwambia maybe mute.
Yeah, and maintain your, don't move your, just maintain.
Network ni kama imepotea.
Okay, let's just conclude. Yeah, so the reason why we put this program, it's an alternative, and it's part of an affirmative action that there are leaders who cannot access main media, but through these channels they are able to express their mind, and they can be access the electorate, speak their mind, and let the voters judge them, and peradventure be elected into office. So when the issue, we have brought up a woman rep, yes, but it only gives us a step to identifying many other forms of affirmative actions that we need to do in the society. You know, they used to say that education is the key, but they never told us that education has a fee. You see? So when they say education is the key, they never tell us that education has a fee. So there are education that we have missed because of the fee. So part of this is to waiver the fee so that we can create education that is accessible to everyone. And by so doing, we are empowering the whole society. So we will not need just 100 women in parliament to feel empowered, but we want every woman in their home, the mamambokas on the street and whatever, to feel empowered in what they are doing and actually actualize their purpose in the society and be able to deliver in that which they think they are mandated to do, and they can do it with all their strength. We want the whole society to move at one, at the same pace, so that all of us can achieve our dreams. So we have opened this space. We invite those who are running for posts, different candidates, be it an MCA, we don't underrate you, be it MP, women rep, senator, or a presidential candidates.
Yes.
You come and let's have a conversation. We also do different programs, even if you are succeeding in a different field in the society that is not necessarily political. Come up and let's have a business talk. Let's have a career talk. Let's talk different things that we think the information can reach to Kenyans, so that we are aware, and the entrance of knowledge brings understanding. Otherwise, have a good night. We will be having our political session in a few minutes being run on this channel. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Kariuki. Safe journey back to Nairobi. Alex, ushafika nyumbani?
Yes, yes.
Mimi pia tukutane huko kwingine.
Ashkuru Karaoke, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and all our viewers, thank you and for comments and your input too.